Welcome good people to my channel. My name is Otota George. Thank you very much for being on this channel. If you are first time here, please subscribe so that I can bring you more of these videos. Today we are sharing on how to attract best tenants for your rental properties in Uganda, Africa. Number one, just endeavor to maintain your properties well. If it is a new house, good finishing. If it is older one, maintain it well, because most tenants, especially ladies who are mostly the decision makers for men, they look at the ambience of the house, then they go and look at the toilet. So also I want to appeal to landlords: avoid building, constructing houses where the bowel for the toilet is for sitting, is for squatting on. It is supposed to be the one for sitting on, because the one for squatting on, there is a complaint from tenants in the market like that. Number one, when you squat on that bowel, the urine flushes on the bowel, picks any bacteria or any virus that could be there, and comes back onto the lady. That is one of the complaints. The second complaint they have is that if somebody has gone for a long call on the bowel for squatting on, that long call, the moment it is on the bowel, it starts smelling, as opposed to this one of squatting on. Because the one for squatting on, the first thing is, if you go for a long call, it will be immersed in water. Sometimes it's only the head that appears, and I mean the head of the long call that appears. But even then, when the person leaves that loo, you will find that they close the loo, they close the bowel, the top of the bowel, which cannot happen to this one of squatting on. So that is number one. The second one, if you want to attract best tenants, is have your database. Have a book. If you can't create a software for it, just have a book where you are writing about the tenant. When the tenant, make entries when the tenant entered, how he has been paying, if the tenant has had any challenges until they go, what may have cost for the tenant to go. Then have these contacts with you. You see, these are the devils, quote unquote, devils you know, and they are better than the angels you don't know. Who are the angels? They are the ones you want to attract to your house, but you don't know them. These ones, you know them. You know their character, some of their character traits. You know how their credit history, their credit history, how they have been paying you. You already know those details. And you even know how they relate with other tenants. So have their contacts. When you know your apartment or your house will be vacant, send text messages to them. They may not be interested in the houses themselves, but they may have people who work perhaps in the offices where they work from, whom they can talk to. And by the way, they will be listened to more by their colleagues, because they have been there, they have stayed there. So the report they are giving to your prospective tenant is a report which will be trusted than even you talking to that tenant directly. The third one is, make sure you have experienced caretakers. Some caretakers, they work on the assumption that they are there as watchmen for the landlord. Sometimes they are rude to their bosses. Their bosses is the customer. These tenants are your customers. Sometimes they don't relate well with the customers. Sometimes they abdicate their responsibilities and leave and go and be with their friends through that peer group influence. when they know you will be here, when they know you will come to inspect the apartment, that's when they come. Now, so you need to get people who are experienced. Some landlords pick the ones who are inexperienced because of cost, but look for a way of picking people who are experienced, and then you pass the cost to the tenants. Most tenants wouldn't mind so long as there is value they are getting. Remember, these caretakers, or askaris like some people call, they are the face of this apartment. They are the face of your house. They are your brand ambassadors. They are the ones selling to you. They are your first point of perception how the landlord is. So please kindly make sure you recruit people who are experienced. The fourth one is, if the apartments are furnished, for example, the apartments that are furnished where you are targeting perhaps people who are coming for vacation. Now, like for that case, you make sure that you furnish them with better furniture. And the best way to do it is to go and inspect on what your competitors are doing. Your competitors are very many. Go there, look at what they are doing, look at their packages. You may be giving them, you may not be giving them Wi-Fi. Perhaps you may not even have, you may not even be giving them, your apartments may not be secured by CCTV. You may not be having backup power. So you go there, look at what your competitors are having an edge over you, and improve on it. The fifth way of attracting best tenants is through marketing. You can market the apartment online, and also some people used to market it through Facebook, or you can even market the apartment through the agents, so that you are free. The agents whom you work with, they can take pictures for the apartment and send. Most tenants now are insisting to first look at apartments, the apartment or the house, even when they are wherever they are, before they can make a decision whether to inspect it or not. The sixth one is endeavor to have a detailed tenancy agreement. In this case, I would advise you to talk to a lawyer to get you a detailed tenancy agreement that binds you and the tenant, with clauses identifying the duties or responsibilities of the landlord and the tenant, including clauses of when somebody can sever this agreement. You can give somebody maybe a 1 month's notice in case you wanted to leave, or a 2 months notice. Then endeavor to get security deposit. The new landlord and tenancy law is insisting on security deposit for agreements, if you agree for agreements that are above for 500,000 and above. Then the seventh one is you do tenant screening. When a tenant comes into your face, don't send your caretaker to interact with the new tenant. Come and interface with the tenant. If this tenant has not been brought through a referral, because in a case where he has been brought by a referral, you trust the referral, and that referral could be another tenant within the apartment. Come and interface with the tenant, talk to the tenant, find out what he does for a living, where he has been staying, what could be the reason why he has left where he's staying. Find out where he works from. If possible, if you know anyone who works in that company, ask him whether this person really works there, and try and make sure you get the IDs or a passport photos of the tenant. I mean IDs or a passport of the tenant, a copy of the ID or a copy of the passport of the tenant. And then you can even, if you have doubts, you can even ask him for a letter from the LC1 chairman from his previous place of residence. Thank you very much for being here. In case you've not subscribed, I request you to subscribe to this channel so that we can have more videos. Thank you.